Hello and welcome back to Stationeers. This is the Mars Survival Guide and it's been a while. Yes, the reason why you're looking at all of these ores because today we will be doing some smelting first and then we shall be doing a couple of things. First, we shall be constructing a beacon so that it's easier to navigate back in storms and whatnot. Second, we will be constructing the wireless transmitter, which has been added in one of the recent update, and we will be installing the wirelessly powered batteries in the tools because, well, when I'm working around the base, it's easy because the Omnius transmitter can actually charge them on the go, and when I'm away, I don't need them anyway. So that is being said, and also I was thinking to updating a few batteries or producing a couple more batteries just so that we have a little bit more storage. So that's the plan. So without further ado, I'm actually putting a few more, volatiles. I'm thinking of going with 8 volatiles, 4 oxides, because that should be enough to get our furnace going in a good way. And once that's done, then we will be continuing with the burn. There we go, the furnace is cooking, which means I'm thinking of going first to get some steel. So I'm gonna be putting in the first the 150 iron and 50 coal, which would be 200 steel total. Right. All right. So, that being said, there we go, 200 ingot steel. Clunk, thank you. There we go. So that will go a long way into producing batteries and whatnot. Well, but since the furnace is already cooking, I'm gonna use it to smelt copper, I'm gonna smelt it to smelt gold, because the arc furnace can also do these things, but it does it very slow. So I figured if I actually have the furnace, why not use it and then generate some gases. So once we're done, we just press the volume pump, which will suck all the hot gases into our waste tank. Yes, that will also be coming into the processing sooner rather than later, because we want to be processing and filtering out these gases. I mean, the consequent gases that should be inside the tank should be mainly, I'm supposing, pollutants, CO2, but also there can be some, other nitrogen and whatnot. So that's the idea. The idea is that this waste tank will be a focal collection point for pretty much everything. And then from there, we will be attaching the gas filtration system, which I'm going to be building, I think, piece by piece. Yeah, originally I thought to do it in one big bulk, but then people, think it's too big of a deal. So, right, now let's build the beacon. For that, you need gold, copper, steel, and solder. And I was actually missing the steel. So, beacon I want to be placing somewhere where it's close by. Where can I put it? Here. No, oh, here on the wall. No, sorry, not on the wall, but, on the floor just beside. Okay, this is data connection. Rotate. No, this is the data. No, yeah. All right. Turn around. Sorry. I need the tool set. And I need to turn it around. Alright, might as well drink some water. We are actually quite low on hydration. There we go, 99. Thank you. Then, that being said, let's deconstruct this, and then we will be replacing it like this. Yeah, so that we can easily connect the power. Alright. And I need the wire cutter so I can splice the cable and put it inside. Alright, fair enough. That looks good. Am I happy with it? Of course I am. Beautiful. Right, so let's rename the beacon. We're not going to be calling it beacon because really, I mean, what's the point? I want to be calling it home base. Yeah. All right. That being said, we need to obviously check if the beacon works. So I need to replace the battery because the battery died. See, one more reason why I should be using, you know, the rechargeable batteries. Alright, so let's get the tracker rather than the Atmos analyzer. Kick it on, tracking beacon distance, home base distance. Why is it not responding? Okay. Well, you know, there is a little switch on top that you need to be actually turning on, because then, see, then it works on. Usually, guys, one very, very important thing. Things work better if the on switch is flipped to the green position. Yes. Amazing. It's a revelation for me. However, that being said, okay, so the beacon is done. That means that I can go and actually go for a bit of mining, which I will of course skip for your convenience, but I'm gonna mine a metric boatload of things, and I'm gonna be turning on the beacon. I've actually realized that during the night the visibility on Mars is good enough, so you don't, if you're on a flat terrain and not occluded by hills, technically you don't need the beacon. However, given that they introduced storms recently and everything, if the storm starts to blow, it's really a problem. You really need to be able to get there. And another reason why I actually thought of introducing some extra batteries is actually because of this beacon, because beacon is actually quite power hungry. It consumes quite a lot of, you know, electricity. So what I want to do is I want to have it on only when I'm going mining. I don't want to have it all on the entire time, because it will be just draining the power unnecessarily. The risk with it is, of course, that you might forget when you actually need to. So yeah, as you can see, I've mined a lot of gold and silver because I will be doing electrum. I have then put like also the lead for solder if I need to, and I'm just moving the pipe around. I'm putting full stacks on top so that I can know that I can use them. The smaller stacks I'm actually putting in another cupboard, which would be on the other side. Oh, this is protruding. I didn't see that one. Alright, never mind. Okay, so after dumping all of the metals, I figured I want to be producing some batteries because, you know, my things are running out of power and I have only one charger, so might as well want to clunk out a couple of large battery cells because they always come in handy. I mean, especially for the suit, for the important stuff, you want the large batteries. For rest, you can, you know, slug off on the regular battery. So let's put big battery, thank you. Right. Now, speaking of that, there is this battery wireless cell big. I might want to build it. Like I said, I want wireless power, and this is actually what was recently has been introduced in one of the latest patches, but I will have to find where is the actual, you know, device that wirelessly charges these batteries. Power transmitter Omni, I think that's the one. Let's make it. I think this is a huge quality of life improvements when you're talking update, because wireless power, I mean, the stuff with the batteries seems to be well balanced out, except, I mean, changing batteries in the tools can introduce a lot of tedium, and you really don't want to do this. So, with that thing being placed, what you want is obviously to connect it, and then it should be transmitting the power wirelessly to all the wireless batteries and charging them simultaneously. How well or how quickly it works, I have, guys, absolutely no idea. So let's give it a try, shall we? Connect it, turn it on. Good. So now it should be transmitting power. Alright, now let's see. I want to be placing my cables and this thing back, and now let's chug out a couple of wireless batteries. I think those were on top. Yeah, wireless cell big. Go. They are a little bit on the expensive side, so I'm actually going to go with the regular ones for the tools, because I'm not going to use tools too far away from the home base anyway, and those go like just iron, gold, copper, 2, 2, 10, so that's, I mean, doable. The downside with these wireless cells, they have less charge than their regular counterparts. However, this is offset by the fact that if you're close to the transmitter, they're constantly being charged. So yeah. So too small, and I'm gonna put a couple of big ones. Oh, I'm low on copper. You don't say. Okay, so I have one big. Alright, let's turn this on and let's see how the batteries is being charged. Look at those. The small ones are going very quickly up, while the big one is chugging along much slower. However, that also means that it will be probably depleting much slower, which is actually kind of good. So I think the small ones will be good for the tools, while the big one should be like... I don't know if I would use it for the suit, honestly, guys, but... I don't know. I'll give it a try. You know what I could be using that for? Actually, my lamp. So, right. Let's try and change the tools. So these are at 100%. Now let's exchange the batteries in the tools. So I have a drill. Let's swap it. There we go. Nice. Then what do we have? We have an arc welder. Oh, there I might want to have a bigger one, because that one depletes batteries like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, this one. There I can actually place the wireless battery. There we go. Beautiful. So that gives us two small batteries in addition, which we can put to good use somewhere. In the charger, obviously. So you charge and another one you charge. Come on. There we go. And you charge. Thank you. All right. Now I think batteries-wise, we are pretty well covered, I would say. All right. So our suit is at 54%. While I'm here, I might as well actually exchange it, so I don't have to worry about it later on. Like I said, in the suit, I'm not going to be putting the wireless battery for sure. However, when we're talking about my lamp, arc welder, yeah, here I'm going to also be putting the big battery so that those are getting charged. Nice. I'm just now, you know, guys, testing things to also show you how it works. Oh, I love the little bit heat effect around it. Looks kind of cool. All right. So, that thing being said, oh, I have some corn inside. I should probably take care of that corn as well. All right, I'm just waiting for the big battery to get charged. So let's put this guy. It's 21%. Let's dump it right in the smack middle of things and replace the battery with this 85% wireless. Good, because now as you are lighting, you will be also charged. However, I'm missing a charger for the big battery. Well, that means one small battery is going on vacation because, well, big batteries are more important. All right, so small battery, where I'm gonna put you? I'm gonna dump you probably here. Yeah, there we go. Labeler. You would be surprised at the amount of power tools that you guys have. I mean, it's surprising. All right, that thing being said, I wanted to take some soup and then I wanted to pick up the corn, because when we're inside, it's actually quite warm. It's 32 degrees. So I will also probably need to think about, you know, I'll need to think about the cooling system, and I'm not talking about the manual, because I can always go and press the manual cooling system to bring this to be nice and cool. I'm actually going to plant the corn. The water, how are we with the water? 852 kilopascal, that's good enough. Tables, tomato soup. And we have some seeds as well. Good. All right, actually I want to be replacing I want to be actually engaging the cooler. We have some nitrogen gas right now in the cooling system. I think pollutant would be a better choice, but I think nitrogen is also good. Do you guys know which one is better, pollutant or nitrogen? I'm not sure, actually. It seems that our O2 tank is also a little bit struggling. Alright, now with replanted corn and sufficiently cooled down, I mean by sufficiently I'm talking 28, I'm actually thinking I'm probably gonna automate the temperature control, and I'm talking primarily cooling here because as you can see our cooler has been running for quite a while. It managed to bring down the temperature to 27, and given that this space is quite small, we need to think about the cooling first rather than heating. Now I tried to change the water bottle and it didn't work. Do you know why? The answer is quite simple. Recently you cannot put in that the water is refilled if it's below 0 temperatures. So I wasn't sure that this actually works, so I actually placed it here. And I was wondering, what the hell? Why doesn't it want to refill water? And then I realized, what's the temperature of this tank? So I went, picked up the Atmos analyzer, and when I crammed it in and opened, I got my answer. It's minus 3.7 degrees. Because recently I have put in a pretty large amount of the oxidizer in, which obviously, of water, ice is in, which when melted it is minus degrees. But it will heat pretty quickly, I think, so we just give it some time and then it will refill the water and we shall have no problems whatsoever. So that problem is gonna solve itself eventually. Right. Alright, so that thing being said, let's put the Atmos Analyzer card. And I went and did some mining in order to get some, steel, because I wanted to create some more station batteries. Because we're running everything of one big battery, but guys, when you're starting out, this battery has been updated, so it takes now some astroloy and I think some more advanced materials, which are no longer available to a starter player. So I've decided to actually add 2 more regular batteries, so I'm more a little bit in line with what you guys were gonna have if you're just starting out. But still, it's good to have as many of these big station batteries as you can. And later on I'm gonna teach you how to actually make a monitoring system so that you see what's your power percentage and everything. But that takes a little bit, logic circuits and everything, and we're gonna get into those pretty soon. However, the important part is you need to connect them. Obviously, duh. So you just want to be placing the, splicer, get in there. There we go. There we go. And then, I will need an additional cable. All right, I'm probably gonna do that because I'm needing 1 more. And yeah. Just need to print one or 2 more. Alright guys, so I'm gonna print them and I'm actually gonna update the cables, but once I've actually connected those, I think it will be a good time to wrap it up for this episode. It's been a busy episode, so just to quickly recap, we did add a beacon so that we can find our base even in the storm. We have added also the wireless charger so that my tools are always charged regardless of the fact, as long as I'm on the base premises. And we have identified that we have a problem with the cooling in the hydroponics bay, which is something that I will probably be taking on in the next episode. And then finally, we have built some more station batteries that will help us with maintaining the power situation. But that being said, I think it's enough for today's episode, so let me know what you think in the comments below. Smash that like button so that the YouTube algorithm knows that you care about the content, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Thanks for watching.